Welcome, foolish mortals, to the AXE+ARCANA Dungeons and Dragons game on the internet broadcast system. Welcome, everybody. How's it going? Oh,
Going
good.
all right.
Good. I hope that intro worked out. We will see in 3 hours when I replay it.
Looked cool to me.
Cool. Well, let's see. Do we remember where we left off after where our last game was? Does anybody have a vague semblance of memory?
Yeah.
We got an egg. We almost died.
It was
but
fake.
it turned out to not be an egg. Yeah.
And now I'm in a closet.
All right.
In your house. That's your home.
Yeah. So after assembling at the AXE+ARCANA, your first official mission was to go on a sort of undercover mission, correct?
I pretended to be someone else. It did not go well.
You were You were sorry. There was a transaction that you were supposed to take place undercover and place a tracking pin onto the person with whom you made the trade.
The seller. Yep.
A ruckus broke
Successful.
out. A fire broke out.
You're welcome.
It turned out the whole thing, there was a gang hiding that tried to sabotage you guys. When the dragon egg dropped, right, there was a flash.
Flashbang. Yep.
Turned out it was a fake dragon egg.
Still did not know somehow.
I thought dragon eggs just did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said,
Seems reasonable.
Zothok knows nothing about dragons.
So you guys made your way back. You relayed all this information to Barris, and he seemed sort of intrigued when you mentioned everything. So as was last time, you made your way to your rooms, patched yourselves up, read your books, plugged yourself into your closet there, ID Dendy. So yeah, that's where we will bring ourselves. So we'll say it's been about 4 or 5 days in total. You guys showed up one night. We had a little pre-game role play, and then our adventure. So here we are 4 or 5 days later. You notice one day that there are 2 barrels strung up by chains and ropes and pulleys over the entryway into the tavern. It looks professionally... Yeah, it looks well done. But
What is it, like some kind of Home Alone contraption?
Seems kind of unsafe.
You get that vibe,
Cans of
but
paint.
it looks like it was made really well. I don't know if anybody has any sort of survival or knowledge checks. You could try to make anything out if you cared at all.
Oh, I can. Yes, I will.
What are you gonna roll, baby?
I'm gonna roll me an investigation check on this bad boy.
All right.
What do you got? Plus 5? Plus 4?
Yeah. Oh, well, that's great. 13. Could be a 13.
13. It looks looks like it was repurposed out of items from inside the AXE+ARCANA tavern. However, the craftsmanship is immaculate. You would almost think it was dwarven. It looks dwarven. It has to be dwarven, right?
So my character looks at it and says, "It looks dwarven."
Perfect.
I wish I had some. Do I have some barrels?
I do believe I'm drinking a beer.
A dwale.
Look at them barrels.
I served that to you, by the way.
Can we see how it's
It looks
can't
like
think of the word.
it looks like
How
it's
it's kicked off?
kicked off. What do you mean?
Yeah, like does it falls? I'm assuming.
Yeah, it looks like it is set up with a point that is meant to be shot with a bolt of some sort.
Okay.
Looks very adventure-y rigged.
Inside
Not a
the tavern.
tripwire.
Yeah, like it looks like a defensive mechanism that was built within this tavern.
Okay, so it wouldn't just trigger if somebody tried to walk in. Is that going upstairs or?
It's just above the entryway into the tavern.
Okay, so if somebody walked in, they wouldn't trip it. And
No,
die.
no. Yeah, it would have
Okay.
to. Yeah, has to be triggered.
That's
Probably against the building code, you know.
Barris
What
appears,
build code?
and he's like, "No, it's all right. I own the building." Hello, group. I can't seem to find my Barris miniature in the move. I hope you are all rested.
So thought good. New armor.
Indeed.
Shield.
What's with this thing?
Oh, I'll just put that wizard there.
It's perfect. What does it say?
Null wizard. This is a token from my 3rd edition Dungeons and Dragons starter set.
The compression on my end made it look like nasal wizard.
It looks kind of like That looks like kind of like my old Skull and Shackles character.
I forgot to rotate my camera. Dang it. Barris goes, "Oh, had a second opinion about the castle's defenses. Trying something new. We'll see. Your encounter earlier in the week has got me thinking. I've been in consultation with some other people, and I think the coincidences are too great. It seems the mention of dragons keeps coming up over and over, and boy, that seems unusual."
I don't know. Dragons sound like pretty interesting things normally, but there's more people talking about dragons. How cool dragons are.
I don't know if how cool dragons are is the way I would put it, but it seems there's a like an interest in, like, a fad. Like, dragons are getting popular again out of nowhere, but something's odd about it. I can't seem to put my finger on it. The thing that put me over the edge is I met with Brother Keefe, one of the keepers of the dead, in the graveyard just outside of Ambrosia. He's the overseer of the permanent residents of the graveyard, and he
What's so funny about that?
gallows humor.
It's funny.
Well, they're not going anywhere. What do you think? Dead bodies just move, huh? That's not a thing that happens. Anyway, I'm gonna send you guys to that cemetery now, and
God dang it.
you are to meet with Brother Keefe and assist him in any ways he may need you.
Keith and his brother Grinder.
So, unless there are any questions, go forth. I will give your group 100 gold in return for doing this favor, helping Brother Keefe out. And if there's anything else we can do prior to then, let me know.
Okay. Is it required that we go at night? Is that when all the trouble happens?
No. It he needed your assistance with something in particular. He's on shift this month as they're called Doomkeepers. He's the Doomkeeper on watch, so he's there on call as it is. So you can head over whenever. If the ambiance suits you, sure, you can go at night.
Let us go when it is foggy.
Or we could not do that.
Zotha good now.
So that good now?
Yeah.
It doesn't really. Okay.
What?
I don't know. No, it's just.
I start leaving the tavern.
Okay, I'll follow.
I'll follow.
Behind.
After making sure that, it's not going to fall on me, this contraption.
Yeah, it seems okay. Alrighty. So Zothok, I don't know if it's just the call of the coin or what, leads the way to the graveyards just outside of the city of Ambrosia. Ambrosia is a big, sprawling fantasy metropolis, so it takes a little while before you get to the outskirts of town. So we'll say when the scene opened up, it was like 9:30 in the morning, and it's getting closer to 11 by the time you get outside of the walls of the city of Ambrosia.
Okay.
You pass through markets and different sections of town. Let us change our map. Let's see. Video. Oh no, where's my folders? Here we go. What? All right. There we go. See, I need to rotate this camera.
So it is 9 in the morning. You said.
It's getting close to 11 now.
near midday.
Medianoche. There we go. That's easier for my dumb brain to comprehend. I couldn't find my green screen today either. I'm pretty frustrated. This is Zothok, this is ID Denti, and this is Bado. We will make this Brother Keith.
Do you have any barrels? Barrel props?
Sure.
Like a single barrel?
Single barrel.
I've got
Just,
half a barrel.
and then just glue some
Wheels and
of those
cartwheels?
pipe cleaners to it. for the
Oh,
arms.
for
Oh, yeah,
you.
that's true.
Oh. I will keep my eye out. Actually, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, a barrel would represent me tremendously.
What about...
No, that's like 3 little me's. That's close.
It's even worse. Yeah, put just leave it like that. That's fine. Yeah, glue a weapon to it, and let's move on.
So my plan is for him to gradually forget that I am there. He just thinks it's a barrel.
Now I want a 3D
For the DM to
printer.
forget.
Yeah.
I've got that option.
No, it's all good. I'm just
Alright.
messing with you.
Alright, Zothok's gonna dress as a beer delivery guy, and he's gonna wheel in. Scooby-Doo style.
Just open me up and pull some ice cream out for the kids.
Wait, do you have ice cream in here?
So it's It's-
Zothok steals ice cream.
it's one of those overcast days. The sky is gray, but you really can't tell one cloud from the next. It was just kind of a chilled mist on the air. It's almost like ID Denti knew the
weather.
The weather.
Forecast it.
Oh boy.
You come out of the city and approach the graveyard outside of the city. You are surprised at how well maintained and somber the gravesite is.
Is this like a mausoleum, little single family site, or is
yeah, this one in particular. As you make your way into the gravesite, you see Brother Keith standing outside of the gates to a single standing mausoleum. And he kind of waves at you as you approach.
I wave back.
Ooh.
Hello, I assume you are the ones that Barris sent to assist me.
Yes.
Indeed, we're here to do good works, whatever those may be.
Well, as Barris is wont to say, there's good that need be done. My name is Brother Keith, and I'm in charge of disinterment here at the graveyard, and I was needing some assistance. It has been brought forward to my attention that one of the long-standing residents of this cemetery, Xandria Weltran, is not in fact a human, but a green dragon polymorphed. It is up
Real
to
quick.
Hmm?
Did you say cemetery?
Cemetery, yes. The buildings are made of cement. It is a new technology. Oh, you...
Sorry.
I am tasked with entering the crypts and inspecting the body to confirm or disprove these claims, but I fear there may be more than meets the eye. The other priests here laughed at me, but I need somebody to adventure me, to accompany me in this adventure. Would that be you?
To review, you think someone is Transformer and more than meets the eye.
I'll go ahead and say, yes, 10T does not understand. How can dragon be little man?
There are magics in this world that allow people to shape what they look like. No, it's none of you seem to be magicians. Polymorph, it's a spell that people use, and we believe a dragon may have used this spell to pass as a human cleric.
I once was polymorph. Not work out for me. Too many people.
Adding polymorph to database.
It's not that rare.
Be quiet.
Surely. Surely. Am I the only one? Okay. What
maybe
dangers are
it's
you expecting here?
Oh, you're a cleric. Hey. He kind of looks you up and down. Did you pick a deity by chance, Bado? It's not important if you did not.
I did not.
He recognizes you as a man of the cloth. And he kind of just does this like eyebrow thing, like, like, not to freak these two out, but ain't walking here.
Like staring intently with my camera eye.
Reanimated bodies. Yeah, so if hopefully it's nothing, we'll just go into this mausoleum here and check it out if everything's okay with you. Barris did say you were the best. He was right, wasn't he?
Nah. So dog follow.
We are sufficient.
Oh boy, that's gotta be on a t-shirt. Whatever your group adventuring name is, that's the slogan, is we are sufficient. The crypt of Zandria is a nicely appointed stone and marble building, roughly 20 feet square. Brother Keith produces a key to unlock it. That's him unlocking it. Oh, yeah. Let's put you guys in here. Like this.
Is this all for one person?
Unless there's objection. The interior of this mausoleum is equally fine. The walls are carved and painted with various scenes, showing a lovely woman in different locales, looking toward a snow-covered peak, standing in the rain of a thunderstorm, sitting in a comfortable room by a roaring fire, holding a venomous snake in a garden, working with bubbling vials in a laboratory, and many others. The lid of the marbles... Huh?
Even when she's dead, she has to show us her vacation photos.
Here, I got my little... Oh, my Kickstarter tune. I'm going to flex
How
it.
Okay.
What's up?
Be an influencer.
If I break down, like, y'all are literally trapped and will die inside of this mausoleum.
The lid of the marble sarcophagus in the center is carved with the likeness of the same beautiful woman in the prime of her life.
Nice.
Brother Keith pries the lid of the sarcophagus, revealing a pile of jumbled bones. Oh no, and throws it at him. A quick investigation shows that these are definitely not human bones. Some may be, in fact, draconic in nature.
I would like to do an investigation check on the bones.
Roll me an investigation check.
Rolling. 20.
Ooh.
That's 15 plus 5, not a crit.
It seems there are at least half of the bones that should be in here are missing. But scattered amongst them are 5 tiny gems. Red ruby, a green emerald, a black opal, a white diamond, and a blue sapphire.
Come look, I have found the Infinity Stones.
What's going on with Rhythmbot? Why are you not working there, bud? Rhythmbot's not working.
Sometimes it if it doesn't work, just tell it to go away and then come back
How
in.
do you make it go away?
Here, I'll type it in.
I would like to know whether the bones that we're seeing are of normal human size, or do they represent that of a larger being?
Do you want to make me a check?
What flavor of check? Investigation?
Okay, go ahead and play it again. Sorry.
Do I have to summon it?
Yeah.
That didn't work. What's going on?
It might be down.
Oh boy, cool.
No, it's still up. Yeah, I see it there. It's online.
Boy, this is exciting.
I'm gonna go ahead and show them. My spindly little arms kind of extend down and pick the gems up. Show you each of them.
Sure you want to touch those?
Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Did that
I
work?
recoil in anticipation of some.
Can you
horrific
copy and paste that and play? It's like I don't have
Yep.
permissions, but maybe you do. No, so above that,
Above this?
do you see? I wrote in the chat. Do you see it?
No, I don't see you
Oh, it's
write
like on
anything. I
that.
see play and then nothing.
Weird. It's like
At
I'm-
722, you just type play.
Enter the chill zone. It's saying I'm sending messages too quickly. Here.
Direct messaging.
Yeah. Good call. Good call. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, everybody. It still won't let me. So weird. Should I?
Messenger
Oh,
to me,
okay.
if you can.
Yeah. 1 second.
In the meantime, I will enjoy this music.
Okay.
Something was right about to happen. Sorry. The sound was gonna
There you
trigger.
go. Record skip is what we need right now.
Here.
Alright, let's see. Play and then this guy. Whoa! Oh, cool. It's not doing it.
Was that barrel? Those barrels supposed to represent something?
Was you?
I guess we-
But now it's gone. Hey, look, that worked. A few moments after the lid was pried and ID10T goes to start looking at the gems, a scraping sound echoes through the crypt. The door closes and seals, and a hissing sound makes you aware that some kind of gas is entering the crypt. It does not smell pleasant. I need you guys to roll me initiative.
Initiative rolling. Like, don't. Oof.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Niner. Plus. What are we plus? I always forget.
So if you look on the stream, your initiative is the third column. So
Copy that.
Zothok is a +1.
I have a 10.
That's interesting because I also have a 10.
You guys get to decide who goes first. And
Based on
Badell.
Dex mod?
No, it's player's choice actually. I
Roll to see who goes
looked
first.
that up
Ooh, I
today.
got natural 20, so there's that.
Wait, let me roll.
I got a nat 1.
All right.
I got a natural 2.
All right, so we're gonna
Zothok.
put Zothok first. All right. Zothok, what are you doing?
Alright, so there is gas, you said.
Yes.
Can I see the gas?
Yes, you can.
Where it's coming from?
It looks like there are little vents in the bottom of the mausoleum, spaced apart. So it's like a wide-reaching trap.
Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can.
I'm trying to think of what
You can let ID 10 go if you want. What do you think? Because you guys rolled the same.
I could do an
initiative.
investigation, right, to see
Absolutely.
if there's.
Yes.
I'm gonna roll investigation. Oh boy. 8 plus 4, 13.
13.
No, 12. Sorry, 12.
You see scrape marks on the floor around the sarcophagus, showing it can move.
Okay, excellent. So I try to move the sarcophagus in the direction of the scrapes.
It does not seem to budge, like it is locked in place.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's probably my.
Yeah. ID Tenti. You're up. Discord disconnected him. Oh no. Discord's acting all sorts of off, isn't it? I still see him. I don't know what to do about this.
I disconnected him. Maybe he can come back in now.
The night is dark and wrought with errors. He wishes to analyze the gas. Do you want to ID Tenti? Do you want to roll me another investigation check about the gas? He's analyzing. I gotta get a modem sound. 23. All right.
Wow.
The gas is coming out of 5 of the carvings on the walls, and they seem to. Yeah, 5 holes on the wall. So you're identifying it. There's gas coming out of the indentation in the top of the snow-covered mountain. The point where the lightning strikes in the thunderstorm. The roaring fire of the comfortable room. There's gas coming out of that. Gas coming out of the fang of a poisonous snake, and gas coming out of a bubbling vial of acid. I was waiting to hear him, but would be typing.
How many gems are there? 5 gems?
There are 5 gems. ID 10T says this is not good. Bado, you just said something. What are you thinking? We'll
Okay, I'm
say.
back.
Oh, hey,
We need to match the stones to the places where the gas are coming out. I vote that diamond is where the thunderbolt is.
Do you want to try to do that?
Yes.
The diamond does not fit where the lightning strike is.
Already forgotten what the other
I'm going to reread
stones
it
are.
to you. There's a red ruby, a green emerald, a black opal, a white diamond, and a blue sapphire. And then the
Could you read
carvings on the
Yeah.
wall are snow-covered mountain,
Mm-hmm.
lightning strike in a thunderstorm, roaring fire of a comfortable room, a poisonous snake, fang of a poisonous snake is where the gas is coming out, and then finally the bubbling vial of acid.
Boiling acid.
Boiling acid!
Uh-huh.
My turn when I tried to do the diamond.
Yeah, you tried the diamond. If you want to try another one, I'll let you try another one.
Yay! Ruby and fire.
Ruby fits into fire.
Yay!
Fire, my man! Corbin! Corbin, my man!
Alright, so
Ain't got no fire.
Zothar.
Alright, so I saw what he did. I grabbed the white diamond
Uh-huh.
and I tried putting in the snow-covered mountain.
It fits in the snow-covered mountain. You want to grab another one? I'll let you do another one.
Yes, I'm gonna grab the green emerald. Try that in the bubbling acid.
It does not fit into the bubbling acid. ID 10T.
What do we have? What
There's a blue sapphire. There's a green emerald and a black opal.
The black opal, I will put my robot hands into the fang of the snake.
It does not fit into the fang of the snake.
Oh.
Fine. Green
then
You
snake.
get one more
The
chance.
green emerald
What about the green emerald?
into the fang of the snake.
The green emerald fits into the fang of the snake,
Yeah.
making it Bado's turn. You have a blue sapphire and a black opal left.
Blue sapphire with the on the thunderbolt,
Uh-huh. And it fits,
and black opal with the acid.
and that fits.
Yay! What happens?
We die faster.
The gas starts to dissipate and stop. And the coffin, the crypt, slides open.
Can I look at Pastor Beef or whatever his name is? I forget what his name
Brother Keith,
is. Brother Keith.
fast your beef.
Does he seem shaken up by any of this?
Yeah, he seems unhappy about the situation.
I tried to comfort him. See, we're the best.
Has done before?
He's like, if you are the best, then would it be too much for me to ask of you to investigate what lies beneath this crypt?
Can't not do that.
Is lawful, is good.
ID 10T?
Obligation.
If anybody... Yeah, alright, so... You see this is open. The priest stands back and thanks you. And wishes you luck exploring whatever is beneath this mausoleum.
What a jerk. He's gonna send us down there to die?
I mean, you don't have to go, but...
He is old and frail.
Oh no, this is out of character. My robot's
Yeah,
gonna go down there.
Alright, who's going... What's your marching order to descend down into the crypt?
So thought go.
Heck yeah.
I will go last.
I will go
Yeah,
second.
Giant.
I am curious how ID
follow
10
you
is
down
gonna
this-
go down. Yeah.
Zothok, Bado, then ID 10T, is that correct?
Yes.
Alright.
We
Do I
want
have
the
to-
heavy machinery to fall down the stairs and kill us. That's how
Yes. Do I have to roll for that, or
No, here you seem fine. You're like
Okay.
oddly confident about how well you can navigate these stairs. Even though you've only been back into consciousness less than a week.
Alright.
Hey, can we move on to this music? This is a little more chill, ambient, a little less actiony.
a little more sufficient than I thought I was?
Yeah, heard that, brother.
It doesn't close behind us, does it?
No.
All right. Oh, you know what? Oh, no, I don't have that anymore. Okay, that's good then.
I'm excited to get into the new place so I can get something set up a little more permanent. Yeah, Unicron, I sent you a Facebook message if you could.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No worries.
Let's see if Discord likes me.
Wait, what?
What's that?
Nope, gotta kick him out.
Unreal. Thanks, Discord. Great app.
That's more rhythm button than anything, I think.
Any of it, all of it.
There
There
we
we go. So who has low light and dark light vision in here?
Ooh, I think I do.
Good question.
Mine
I
is
don't
large.
think I do.
Tell you what, they're at least my eyes are blue-gray, so there's that.
Baby, keep my brown eyes blue.
And I don't have any, what's the word? Material possessions.
I have dark vision, yeah.
So dark vision means no light
60 feet.
is dim.
Right.
60 feet?
Yep.
I could
Up-
not
yeah,
find the
see in
numbers
darkness,
on it.
up to 60 feet.
So I made this overlay to try and make
Just,
it
sorry,
a
dim light. Yeah, dim light.
more spooky, but I think it might not be worth the effort.
It's a little too small, is the thing. Or
Well,
maybe not.
yeah. So I mean, I can enlarge it, but it's going to be a pain in the butt to try to maintain. I think so. No worries. We will continue forward. All right.
Okay, so it's dark and spooky.
The stairs descend steeply, and the passage continues down beneath the mausoleum, curving in a slight spiral. And then it opens up into a chamber. So you've spiraled down some spooky stairs beneath the mausoleum, and now you find yourself.
Is it dim or totally dark?
It is totally dark.
Okay. I
Um,
do believe I have a torch, so I will light my torch.
Mm-hmm. Ditto.
you have a torch also there, Bado?
Yup.
All right.
Nice.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Meanwhile, ID10 has LEDs on it.
I was
Okay.
thinking of having my headlamp turn on, but that's not. I'll basically have that next time, in place of a material possession. Just kind of add things on to me as I go.
All right, so you light up the torches, and the halls of this place illuminate. They're nice and smooth stone walls.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's look at your passive. All right, so here you are in the bottom floor of this spooky.
It is the bottom floor. The stairs do not continue further down.
This is correct. This is the
Okay.
way.
Well, I guess I'm going to slowly creep forward, being cautious to clear corners. And I pull out my got my dagger ready in front of me with my torch in the other hand.
All right. So you make your way through this crypt's passage. This passage opens into a chamber. Do I have figures?
Hmm.
Oh, here they are.
So I can that passage goes to another chamber. It doesn't end there, is what you're saying?
It does. That's the back wall.
Okay,
I just
okay.
need to put down.
Is that ID10's cousin?
What?
The boxes is
Square
actually cousin.
barrels.
8008.
It has been so long.
ID10, quit humping that bear.
How is your processing unit? We're gonna have these. Three odd humanoid skeletons topped with draconic skulls stand at attention holding swords. At the back of the chamber is a large throne-like chair, empty, on a mahogany dais.
That's a good hardwood.
Rob.
What are the figures
Where'd my 20 go?
pointing at, or where are they facing?
They are facing out, so they're facing towards you, and they're holding their swords up,
Ready to strike.
just like straight forward at their face.
Okay, I am.
You know.
I can't really see this, can I?
Okay, what check would that be?
Yeah,
to
let's
check them?
scoot
Oh.
forward so we can all see. Yeah. Make room.
I'm like in the back. Why have we stopped?
They never get the bag.
So I'm curious about these guys, but I don't know. Is that Arcana or is that?
What are you trying to figure out?
If they are enchanted of some sort or some sort of like. I wouldn't know, but a warrior like beyond the grave type thing.
You
think
could
I
try
would
to
know.
make a knowledge arcana check to see if you can think of anything in particular.
I'll roll it. Or it says 17 plus 2. 19?
How?
You remember, so you're from this dense sort of prehistoric jungle, right? And you recall in recent times mumblings amongst people you've traded in villages or whatever, stories of undead in the jungles, specifically around an ancient temple. So while you've heard of undeadery, you're not entirely sure if you've ever encountered it yourself, and as such, you are unaware as to if this is some sort of magic like that or whatnot.
Do I know he's making an Arcana check? Is that like a visible thing, or is it just?
I mean, I imagine you see him like sizing it up.
I'm just curious because like whether he's just investigating it, or I know he's trying to figure out if it's like magical and stuff. Because I can make an Arcana check too.
Yeah, you can make it as well.
I'll go ahead and make it then. That's fine.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure Zothok would absolutely say something like, "Not sure, dead."
Well, right, this is that part in the movie where he's looking at it, and then the machine wheels up and starts examining it.
What did Zothok say?
Not sure, dead.
I'm gonna roll up and go, yes, looks dead. Because I rolled a 13. I rolled less than it.
Bado, what are you doing while your party is investigating?
I'm actually looking through what clerics can do these days.
Take out small business loans.
Oh, we can drive and vote. I want to know what these are skeletons of.
Oh, you had to be a smartass.
Dead things.
They look vaguely humanoid.
Like, does the skull belong with the rest of the skeleton, or is that like an add-on?
Is this DLC to this
Yeah.
skeleton or
You said it was draconian, right? skull?
hold on, let me.
Yeah.
Can skeletons switch heads?
Have you watched a cartoon ever? Of course they can.
I think more correctly, you can switch any skeleton's head you want.
Why are we not listening to spooky, scary skeletons?
Oh no. Is this TikTok?
Yeah, they're Yeah, it's humanoid with dragonoid features.
Okay.
Being part elephant yourself there, Bado, you feel like, oh, this is probably, dragonborn, maybe? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello.
Did that answer your question?
Is there? Yes, it does. Is there anything on the throne? It's empty, right?
The throne is empty, but you could investigate it if you would like.
I worry. Has anybody touched any of the skeletons yet?
I have not. I've definitely breathed on it though, if that counts for
What about the
anything.
robot? I feel like identity is going to be rather
I'm gonna
reckless.
Go ahead and roll a d20, and if I get above 10, then I touch.
I like the honesty there.
Oh yeah, I touched this.
Touch the shit out of it.
So I was, as I was sizing it up and inspecting it, whether it was dead or not, I started rattling the bones with my.
Gotta poke it. You gotta poke it.
playing the rib xylophone.
Yeah, as you're saying, definitely dead.
So you're like, yeah, I imagine you've got a little panel that opens up and two little marimba mallets pop out.
Yep.
And you're like playing it, but the skeleton's like not budging. It's like oddly firm while you're playing it. But nothing seems to happen.
Interesting.
Anybody else? Zothok, what would you like to do? Is Zothok there? Uh-oh. Is anybody there?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Is he talking? He's got the green ring.
I don't think so.
No, sorry. my thing gave out.
Just checking.
Can you hear?
Yes, now I
Yes.
can hear.
Okay. All right. All right. Sorry, I lost the last 5 seconds of audio.
What are you doing?
Oh, I was looking at it. Where did we end up with? He touched it and then
He touched it. It didn't do anything. It just
and then
resisted and
you as Bado didn't say anything or do anything.
He's kind of watching the whole scene play out, I imagine.
Okay.
I think we should move on.
I don't see anything in the chair that looks nice, right? The chair itself
The
is just
chair
a
seems
nice
to be
chair.
empty, but nobody's investigated
Yeah.
the chair.
Can we squeeze through that? Can we squeeze between them?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I look suspiciously at the chair,
Uh-huh.
but then my camera turns and looks at both of you for a second opinion.
Are we here for a chair?
I'm not sure what.
Do you have a chair at home?
We've got plenty of chairs. I guess the mahogany's kind of nice, but
Kind of nice. It's a nice hardwood.
Sothok appreciate the fire things.
What would you guys like to do?
I would like to reassess what our goal is down here.
So you were sent to this graveyard to help Brother Keith. You guys set off a trap, and he got his answer, but you guys found a secret entrance beneath the tomb you were sent to investigate, and he asked if you guys would go check it out for him, and you said you would. So you're really just kind of checking stuff out down here. What you do is your call.
Zothok leave.
Zothok's over it.
Mm-hmm.
ID 10T Bado, you guys following?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Stored away in the old database. Oh, I never forget.
These are real barrels.
Oh, sorry, y'all didn't hear that.
What did you just say?
I said my little camera eye is going to squint with little metal flaps and say "for now." And I said I'll be back, chair.
What did that chair do to you?
It's mysterious. Without
It's
You're pretty
mysterious.
mysterious.
without a pass.
It's a chair.
The chamber spirals around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, the passage spirals around to this chamber. It has been set up as a small laboratory. Tables around the room are covered with beakers, vials, tomes, cauldrons, and pots full of alchemical agents. In the middle of the central table, we'll say it's central, is a note next to a blue clay pot.
Can read.
Yeah,
Who's reading
I'll
it?
volunteer to walk up to it. I won't pick it up or touch it, but I'll see if I can read it. Just by leaning over. Or... What's all this business?
It says, Dragonstorm, I have figured out how to complete the process. When you are ready, simply pour the contents of this pot into the cauldron and stir. The effect should be instantaneous, but do not drink the resulting potion. And do not drink the resulting potion is in all caps. It's a very well written letter. Not too many serifs, but the O shape is wonderful.
What's Dragonstorm? Does that sound familiar?
You can make me a knowledge check.
Did you read this to us?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do a knowledge history on that one.
Knowledge Arcana.
Oof.
What'd you get, Bado?
Nat 20.
What'd you get, Tenti?
I didn't find out anything.
So
I got a
this
6.
Low.
this seems like a name, and considering your database just fired up, you're like, yeah, if it's not in the system, it does not exist.
I hear like faint screaming in the far reaches of my database. Nothing that can be coherent.
Bado,
Gotta re-index, bro.
you've heard the name
defragment,
Dragonstorm, never in a positive light. You were a soldier, right, and a cleric?
Yep.
You might have heard the name once in a while. It's not like a big name, but you're like, oh, maybe that sounds familiar.
Name? Name?
Yeah, Dragonstorm seems to be a name. The way it's written,
News?
you get the intonation that it's a name.
Like a person's name.
Yes.
Is bad.
It said, the letter said, figured out Dragonstorm, but the effect.
Dragonstorm, like it's Dragonstorm, like the letter is addressing Dragonstorm. I figured out how to complete the process. When you are ready, simply pour the contents of this blue pot into the cauldron. The cauldron's red. And stir. The effect should be instantaneous, but do not drink the resulting potion.
Investigate the cauldron.
Roll that for me.
I would like to investigate it using my enhanced smelling abilities.
I got a 18 on the investigation.
All right, let me read this real quick.
I do not have enhanced smelling abilities.
Okay, so each of you tell me what you're doing again. Bado, what are you doing?
I wanted to see if I could discern anything from the smell of both the pot and the cauldron.
You are unable to make out anything useful unless you roll me something for it. But even then, it's...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I rolled a advantage, and it was 15.
For knowledge arcana, or...
No, that was just
Perception?
investigation. That makes sense that I wouldn't necessarily know anything.
Yeah, you see mention of dragon here and there. You have it seems like it has something to do with that, but at this point you're not. You're more seeing a theme than actually, unlocking anything. 10T, what were you doing?
Investigating the cauldron and what's inside of it.
It's some sort of alchemical agent, like a base. So what you understand that the letter says sounds like it makes sense. There's some sort of process that needs to take place according to the letter.
Can I get? Is there anything like a small stick or something that I could dip into the cauldron?
Sure, you're able to break off a slat from a crate nearby, and you dip it in the liquid. The liquid's kind of viscous and oily, but it has a real bright shimmer to it. But it doesn't seem to be acidic.
I'm gonna hand the stick to Zothuk.
Zothak, he hands you a stick that was dipped in the cauldron.
I will once again ask, is bed? Because I asked earlier and no one said anything.
Is what bad? Or what was the thing you said it to before?
When you're reading the Dragonstorm thing. I do not take the stick.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Should take with us.
Yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Kind of want to shout up to our contact
To Brother
upstairs,
Keith? Yeah.
Brother Keith, about what was this character supposed to be involved in. There's some alchemical shit down here.
There was so you were brought here because he had mentioned that he had believed the cleric buried here, the priest buried here, was actually a polymorphed dragon.
Right.
And upon investigating, you find this beneath the crypt. The
Right.
dragonoid humanoid statues, and then some sort of laboratory here.
This individual wasn't like a famed alchemist or
No.
heavily involved in one particular thing.
No.
Okay. That's
What-
rich enough to afford a mausoleum.
ID
I
10T?
was gonna say I don't know if. Let me know if this seems a little bit too much. But remember how we were talking about the familiar last time?
Uh-huh.
Can I use that to send the message back up to the guy? Or
Well-
what we're looking
What was your familiar again?
as a little spider bot.
Yeah, so you want to send a spider and...
Yeah, it's a little spider bot, but it can only I can only communicate with it within 100 feet. So I'm not sure if that's far enough.
Does it need line of
Or
sight?
if that's- It doesn't seem like it. It says while your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically.
Alright, I don't think it does then. Alright, so does it like... Is there something that pries off of your mechanical body?
No, it comes out from inside of me.
Oh,
It's like tiny.
like God intended.
So my hatch opens up and a little spider robot kind of crawls out.
You got a drone?
It's his theme for his and then it pops off, and you're gonna send it upstairs to go talk to Brother Keith.
Yes. It basically just relay what we're seeing here.
Oh, that's handy.
And then what?
It's basically gonna go up and see if it can contact him. And then if it can, then I'll let him know through the telepathy
Okay.
what we're seeing.
All right. Do you have, is that a conversation that happens in real time, sort of thing, or does does it come back to you and tell you?
It says telepathically as long as it's within 100 feet. So if
Okay.
we traveled more than 100 feet, then I can't contact it.
So little spider runs upstairs, and Brother Keith looks terrified. Like, what is it? Is this what's beneath there? Oh my God, mechanical spiders! Oh, this is so weird.
I don't know if it can talk.
So I imagine maybe it just projects a little image of what you're
Oh,
seeing. What's
okay,
up?
yeah. So I can cast from it.
Okay.
Apparently. So I'll cast a minor illusion of what's going on with us right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just do that. So he'll see like a little Yoda or Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Mm-hmm.
Hologram.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty. Zothok, is there anything you're not really comprehending
I
what this?
once again say, is bad?
So what would your character do if you keep saying that and nobody's responding to you?
I mean,
Respond. I'd be like, we don't know.
yeah, other than hold my knife out more. I'm just getting, at this point, I'm anxious, and I'm wanting to grab the clay pot and make sure it's far away from the other thing.
But you're just gonna anxiously think
No,
about.
that's what I want to do, but I'm not doing anything yet because no one's answering me.
Bado.
Not necessarily bad.
So do you guys want to do anything here? Or do you want to continue into the crypt?
Let's see what's in the rest of the crypt.
All right, as they start to go,
Mm-hmm.
then I grab the jar and I take it with me
Okay.
very carefully. Is there a top for it? Is there like a thing I can
There's
put
a
on
cork. There's a big
it?
cork
Yeah, I put
in
the
it.
cork on there for sure, yeah.
Always a good cork in it. All right. What?
Nothing is it's 2 inches away, 2 seconds away from catastrophe.
Wait. Oh, you're okay. I was like, what? Okay. I roll a 1 and trip and pour it into the.
Yeah.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
It's like The
Well, so
Office
you've
with
got-
Kevin's pot of beans, but it's acid.
You've got how big is this jar?
It's like a hand vial.
Okay.
But somebody write that idea down. Kevin's pot of beans with chili, but it's acid. I'm writing it down. This is my world famous acid. The trick is to get it just under boiling. All right. Let us read what is in this room. This chamber's walls are painted to look like the inside of a dragon's lair. The scenes depict piles of treasure, robed acolytes bowing in supplication, bound prisoners being served up as a meal, etc. All of the paintings focus toward the alcove in the south wall. This is an alcove. Where a pile of gold coins form a nest perfect for a large dragon. Let's put, this is gold. Oh no.
Ouch.
Wait, what is that orange thing?
These are gold.
Man, that was coins.
All right. Where did I leave off? Here we go. In addition to the paintings, there are 4 large glyphs, one each on the north, south, east, and west walls. The southern glyph is within the alcove. Oh, I got these to mark the glyphs. There's a glyph. Here's a glyph. There's a glyph. Where's the other one? Oh no.
Oh no.
You did it again, Blip. 1, 2. We're gonna say the orange one is that now.
Glyphs, eh?
Glyphs. Yeah. And
Oldest
then
trap in the book.
that is not all.
Oh, you're fucking dragon!
I'm gonna put my Acquisitions Incorporated coin in here. I'm showing off. I'm flexing. Let me read this. So as you turn the corner, right, I sort of painted this scene. Poop. Dang it. Wasn't as ready as I wanted to be. Nope, that's not a good one. That's a lot taller on the camera. There we go. So as you turn the corner, you see a teleportation circle etched into the floor. So I don't have the figures for this, but as you're turning the corner, you see 3 beings teleport out.
Shit.
Could we perceive what type of beings they were?
Make me a perception check.
Ooh, nope. No, I rolled a 3.
I will
so-
also make a perception check.
Yeah, so I had 6. There's no way I saw anything.
Could you not use your passive?
Oh, he could
Perception?
you. Well, so passive is when there's no chance of failing, and then when it's like, hey, this was an instant roll right now to see what happens. And passive
I
is
rolled
kind of
17 on perception.
all right.
Or got 17 with advantage and bonus.
ID 10T, what did you roll?
16.
All right. So your hard drive ID 10T got a real quick flash of it too. Like you were able to save a frame to your memory
Okay.
as an item I will give you guys later. The only thing, there were 2 cloaked figures, but in the middle seemed to be an armor-clad dragonborn brandishing a huge maul. That was the only, it was kind of like as the teleport circle lit up, that visage was visible for just a second and then whoosh, teleported
Oh,
out.
so they left.
Yeah.
They didn't come in. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought they were coming in.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So he was holding a tool.
A maul, which is like a big
Hammer.
two-handed.
Place where a lot of shops are and people go and buy clothes.
Wow. Lying on the floor in different parts of the room are 4 dead bodies.
Yeah,
Although the bodies look roughly humanoid, they are stitched together from various parts, including some that appear to be draconic in nature. So here, let me put these here.
Yeah, all right.
Just cause. No reason. So, what would you guys like to do?
I would like-
check bodies. Or
I would like to say, it's bad.
yes, probably, very likely that. Yes.
When Zothok says is bad, the 4 glyphs light up and the bodies start to animate as we roll for initiative.
Is bad.
All right, I put the yeah, we do initiative first. 13.
Oh man. My initiative.
14.
Should Should I
I'm
have marked something?
7. All right, 6.
Oh.
If you look on the screen, your initiative modifier is on here, as
Sorry,
well as
so
your
yeah,
hit points,
I would
your
have been
armor
14.
class.
Question on
So-
proficiency.
yes,
How would
sir.
I have gotten proficiency in a weapon?
Your barbarian class gave it to you.
Where is?
So you are proficient in the weapons you have.
Are you on D&D Beyond, Patrick?
Yeah.
So right now, do you imagine yourself with your hand axe and your shield, or your javelin
real
and your
quick.
shield? All right, buddy.
Well, I came down here. I had a torch and my dagger out,
Cool.
and then then when this started happening, I had a torch and I was holding the thing in my jig. So I don't have a weapon out right now.
what were you holding with the other hand?
The jar, the blue jar.
Okay. So you can drop items as a free action.
It spills.
So if it's just the torch, you could drop the torch as a free action, and then
Right.
draw your weapons as you move. But because you're trying to do something a little cautiously, you could spend half your move to put the jar down on the ground safely,
Right.
and then take the rest of your move into your attack.
Can I put it in my backpack? I have a backpack apparently.
If you want to do it like safely, you can spend your round doing that.
Yes, please.
All
Yeah,
right.
that'll be my remove.
Bado. Oh, I need some good combat.
I drop
music.
my torch and get my shield ready.
Okay, I'm back.
Your sword and shield.
I don't have a sword, but a
Your weapon and shield.
hand axe and shield.
So the bodies that reanimated do have clothing and stuff, like they've just been down there deteriorating.
No, we are witness to their full glory.
That sounds about right. Bados seems the cleric. Well, you're a cleric, right? You're knowledgeable in these areas. So Zothok, like, what this? And
Yeah,
Bado
is bad.
is bad. So I'll let you drop your torch for free and draw your weapons as you move if you would like.
Well, I'm actually not going to move. I'm going to. Oh, you currently have me out front.
Oh. Well, so Zothok waited in the back and grabbed the potion.
Ew. So yeah, I would have gone first.
He said he waited behind.
I would move back towards the orange glyph and try and smash it because it lit up right when all this shit started going wonky.
Alrighty.
But I also moved and dropped my torch and all that shit this round, so maybe I don't
That's
think to
alright.
do that.
Make me an attack on the glyph.
Do. Take my hand axe and just whack at the wall, trying to break the wall and the symbol.
So you smash at the glyph. What do you attack with?
My hand axe.
With what
It
attack
is-
roll?
Melee, of course. That'll be 18.
So you hit the glyph on the wall. You want to roll me some damage?
Oof. 2 points of damage.
So you slash on the glyph at the wall, and the reanimated body here yells out, "Rah!" and starts kind of like swiping like he is unable to see who is around him.
Dope.
Making it my turn, I believe. That is correct. Let me grab my monster manual as the zombies start to shuffle towards you.
Why did you have to be in between?
In between what?
Why do I have to be in between them?
This guy's blinded, so let's put this on him. The blinded zombie, we're gonna say, we're gonna pick a direction he moves in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well,
So zombie's gonna try to walk into the wall. And then we've got one zombie who's gonna claw at the cleric, and 2 zombies that are gonna claw at the Warforged, bringing us into our first combat of your second game. So we're gonna start with the cleric. Cleric Bado, what is your defense?
18.
18. So the zombie slams at you with his rotting fists with a 16 and seems to miss. 2 undead creatures start clawing at the mechanical husk of Tenti. An 11 and a 6. Both the pounding fist of the undead seem to pound hollow on the thick, armored exterior. I almost imagine ID Tenti like laughing as these zombies are trying to get in, but they can't seem to do it.
wait, what are they doing?
They're trying to attack you, but they failed super miserably.
Oh,
They seem too
okay.
weak to get into you. And then this other guy is blinded and cannot find his way around, making it Tenti's turn.
How far away am I from both Zothok and Bado?
There's about a 5-foot square in between the both of yous.
So can I hold my turn until it's his
Sure.
again?
Until who's?
Until it's Zothok, or not Zothok, Bado's turn.
Do you want to go after Bado or before?
After Bado, because I want to use my period of time to yell and say, go back down the hall 15 feet.
Okay. So he yells that and then holds his turn. Go back the hall 15 feet. Zothok, you are up. You see the undead surrounding your friends in the room in front of you as you have stored the vial from the previous room. What would you like to do?
I yell, "Is bad," and I back up 15 feet at least.
All
I
right.
also pull out my dagger and my shield at that time.
Your dagger?
Is that can I say is that like my whole time that I can talk, or do I
So
get 6
it's an
seconds?
abstract of 6 seconds. So you can
Okay.
get in a little more if you
Action.
want.
I'm gonna say make that 30.
I keep backing up.
All right. Now you have an action, but you really can't see anybody.
Yeah. So I've got my hand axe and my shield out, and I'm good to go. I'm just waiting.
So just for future reference, on your turn, if there's ever a time when you don't think you're gonna attack, there are other actions you can take on your turn. So one of them would be, I think
Rage?
it's. So you could rage. That's jumping into the fight.
Yeah.
But the other thing I
just
was
grab
gonna say is, where is it? Combat, order of combat, actions. Okay, actions and combat. I'm gonna pull the book. Oops. Oh no, I've ruined everything.
Hold on a second.
The world begins shifting under your feet.
Dodge. When you take the dodge action, you focus entirely on avoiding attacks. Until the start of your next turn, any attack roll against you is at
okay.
disadvantage. Help, hide. You could hide, which is being stealthy, but you're going to take disadvantage because of the armor we just got you. Search, use an object, cast a spell, but yeah, you could say I take the dodge action, which means you're just waiting for somebody to attack.
Gotcha. So yeah, it sounds like a good idea.
Alrighty. The barbarian is hiding in the dark corner. Bado, what would you like to do?
I'll move around the corner as well.
So you are in melee with this person. So you can take the disengage action, which means you move and do nothing else, and you do not provoke an attack of opportunity from that person. Otherwise, you can move and provoke. But
No, I disengage and
your full 30 back?
Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty. Making it 10T's turn.
So my chassis starts to shake,
There's kids
and
watching.
my light shines red again and says, "Beginning emergency anti-riot procedures." And it turned, like, my camera turns face up, goes down into my body, and then I cast Thunder Wave.
Alright.
So
Read me Thunderwave, please.
a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed.
What kind of saving throw?
Constitution.
Constitution saving throw. Let's see. Oof.
In addition,
Yeah.
unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you by the spell's effect, and the spell emits a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet.
So they get pushed.
If they fail the Constitution and they take damage.
Alright. So I'm going to read you the rolls I got. Right?
Okay.
I got a 20. I got a 23.
Oh, well.
I got an 11 and I got a 5. So I think that's 2 successes, 2 fails.
What do they have to beat?
Your spell saving throw, it's like DC 8.
Oh, my DC.
Yeah.
Okay, so what were their rolls again?
It was like a 20, a 23, an 8, and a 5, I think.
Yeah, 2 of them get hit, 2 of them do not. Or 2 of them succeed, 2 of them do not.
Okay.
And so,
They're all pushed back 10 regardless, right?
no, the ones that succeed are not pushed back 10, but they still take 1d8 damage.
Okay, so we're going to say this succeeded and this succeeded. And so it's give me the damage for the ones that failed and then the damage for the ones that succeeded.
Okay, let me roll it. Okay, so one takes a total of 4.
Is that a save or a fail?
That's a fail.
Okay, it
I
takes,
rolled a 3 and a 1.
so it takes 4.
Then one takes 11.
Okay, it takes 11. Is that a success or a fail?
That was a fail.
All right. Give me the
And then
successes
the-
now.
One takes 7,
Mm-hmm.
and one takes 6.
All right, so
With that, I have a move action. Is that correct?
it is. So you blast all these dudes. The blinded one, you hit especially hard. It knocks him back against the wall, and you see him try to reanimate, but he is unable to, and his glyph extinguishes.
All right.
Yes, you still have a move.
I'm going to roll backwards down the hall and clap the dust off my hands and say, "Yep, she's all yours, boys."
In that robotic
And at
She's
the
all yours, boys.
Yeah.
Dungeon Master's turn. Alright, so he's dead. So these guys are going to start coming at you. They're going to start shuffling. He double moves and stops just outside that hall. So this guy is base to base but is unable to attack.
Yikes.
Alright, so each of you have one on you. Next guy is back one. And then you hear shambling from the hallway behind you.
Oh no.
Of course.
We should have touched the chair.
Quick, drop the thing into the other thing.
He's bad.
We don't know.
You're just sitting there holding it like a
No, it's in my backpack now. It's
He's
in my
bad?
backpack.
Oh, okay.
Zothok, you hear the shuffling echoing from the empty corridor halls, or the what was empty corridor halls behind you. As the shambling dead start to pressure their way into this hallway.
Is it my go?
It is your go, Zothok.
All right. I am gonna rage. That's my bonus action.
So bonus action means you still get your complete regular action.
Yeah. That gives me +2 to my melee damage. Strength, weapons. So I'm going to attack with my axe.
Who are you gonna attack? You see
That. Yeah, the one in front of
Bado?
Bado, yeah.
Alright, so you move on up.
Can the shield be used as a thingy too?
As a weapon?
Yeah.
You can bash with the shield. I think it is an improvised weapon attack.
Okay.
There's training you can take to fight with shields.
Alrighty.
But using it as a second
Yeah,
attack,
I'm doing-
multiple attacks take huge penalties. But you could.
All right, so we're attacking with our hand axe. It is damage type slash. Oh, it's slashing, not. Is it? It's attack type melee though. Is that going to?
You've not
rage?
fought undead yet? Wait, I'm sorry. What's your
Yeah.
question?
Sorry, the rage. It's
You have advantage on strength checks and saving throws. You make a melee attack. You gain a bonus to the damage roll.
with STR.
And you have resistance to. So resistance means if people hit you with bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, you take half.
Yeah, sorry. My question is the +2 damage with STR weapons. Is the axe technically
Yes.
an STR?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
When you make a melee attack
then-
using strength. Yeah, so when you're making an attack, so strength are weapon melee, so swords, axes, pole arms, and then dexterity is usually ranged stuff, like bows and arrows, unless it's thrown, then thrown strength. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I wasn't sure if it was connected to damage type or whatever.
that's all right.
So yeah, we're gonna roll, I guess, to see if I hit. And that is plus what? Is that plus proficiency? No, or is that plus?
So, sorry.
God, I can never remember any of this
Sorry.
stuff.
Your weapon's going to give you. You roll d20. You're going to add
Yep.
your ability modifier, which is your strength, plus your proficiency bonus, which is +2.
So we're at 13.
You rolled a 13 against the zombie, and I believe a 13 hits.
All right, so 1d6
You
Plus
are
3.
raging, yeah. So you get to add.
Add 2 on top, so +5. Or whatever I roll. Sorry, 6. Great. I rolled a 1. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I rolled a D8. My bad.
You add 2 to your damage on this because you're raging on top of everything else.
Yeah, so it's 4 plus 3 plus 2, so 9.
All right, so your axe cleaves into his neck and like almost decapitates him.
Hell yeah. I like a floppy head.
So I rolled. You did 9 damage. 14. So he you embed the axe into his neck. You cleave through that spinal cord, and he stops twitching. And then he starts to twitch a little bit, and has a little life left in him. Okay. After what looks like you had dropped him.
So that would be my go, because I moved forward, and I attacked and did my bonus. Okay.
That's correct. Bado.
Thank you.
There's a zombie in front of you whose head is barely hanging on. A zombie catty corner to you in front of ID 10. A zombie behind the zombie in front of you. And then the sound of shambling in the hallway to the east. What would you like to do?
Whose turn is it?
Yours, Bado.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cast Bless. Feeling some praying moment.
What does Bless do?
Everybody gets to, or I get to select up to 3 people. I believe I will select the 3 main characters, player characters. You know, none of the enemies. I know it's a controversial move to not include one's foes in the effects of Bless. But anyways, we get to add a D4 to our attack and saving roll.
Nice. You guys are blessed.
It's a D3? What was it?
D4.
The little
D4, sorry. There's no D3. Is it? No.
A D3 would be rolling a D6 and taking half. Some games have it. Is that the end of your turn, Bado?
Pretty much. I can't move without disengaging and provoking. So yeah, nope. I'll just stay put.
Hello? Sorry.
Yep.
Attack. Okay. Oh boy, look at that.
It's fine. We're fine.
Is that right?
Zothok's armor is a 17. So you ran up, you cleaved the zombie's head off, you thought you killed it, it started to twitch again. In response, their party's cleric cast Bless, so this invigorating holy light surrounds you, and then an arrow flies out of the darkness from behind and hits Bado and hits Zothok in the back. 4.
Sticks, huh?
I mean, arrows are usually made of sticks. 4 damage.
You said 4?
Yeah.
Baby.
Making it ID 10T's turn. ID 10T, you identify a threat coming out of the east hallway.
Yes. I am currently focused on the present threat in front of me. My hatch is going to open up.
Oh.
Arm with a forked, a 2-pronged fork comes out, and I say, "Stop resisting!" And the blue crackle of electricity arcs between the fork, and I jam it into the man in front of me.
All right.
The zombie in front of me. That's going to be a shocking grasp. Lightning springs from your fork to deliver a shock to a creature you try to touch. Make a melee spell attack against the target. Let me do that right now.
Oh, I wish I had the R2D2.
What, what is the spell attack? It's D20. Oof. It's gonna be a 8.
8 to hit.
Yeah.
So your little electronic diodes reach out and fit just between the rusted out hole in the armor, and you are able to just hit the zombie. Roll your damage.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That's gonna be a 1d8. That's gonna be 5.
Mm-hmm.
And the zombie, I assume, will start to spasm from the electrical shock.
That is
And
correct.
the spell, on a hit, the target takes 1d8 lightning damage, and it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
So it can't make attacks of opportunity. So your bolts hit into its rib cage, and it lights up from the inside. So you see its skeleton darkened, like in Home Alone 2. You retract your shocking tongs, and like the arcs start to dissipate off of it, and it slumps over as steam comes out of its ears. And then you see a small spark ignite inside, and you see it thump again, and it shambles back up.
Okay.
It does not look like it's in very great shape, as does the one with its neck almost hanging off, but just to paint the picture, they reanimate it after dropping. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I cannot particularly move, so I will go ahead and maintain my current state.
Alrighty. Alright. So zombie's gonna reach around this wall. His hand reaches through the hole in the other one's neck to try and scrape around the corner at Zothok. But a 14 does not penetrate his newly purchased leather scale armor, and he is safe. The one with the axe wound in its neck is going to claw at the cleric and miss with an 8. And then the one that just got fried by ID10T is going to roll a 14. A 14 does hit ID10T.
Oh, wait. I thought it couldn't make any attacks.
Oh, you're correct. I thought it couldn't make reactions.
It can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
So
So
this-
that's probably, you can probably
that's-
text.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
It's gonna reach out and grab some of your cable and it's gonna bash 3 points of damage
Okay.
into your hull. Taking it to the top with Zothok.
Let's finish the job
I guess he should
on the
be
one
blue,
whose
huh?
head is almost off. I'm still raging,
What a
so I'm gonna go and roll that
nonsense.
d20 on him. 14 plus 3, 17 plus 2, 18, 19. So we hit, right?
Yeah.
D6. This is 3 damage.
3 damage.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
You chop and you take its head completely off. And it like drops and then shimmies and makes its constitution saving throw and stands up without a head. So the zombie is blinded. It's going to
Oh,
take
man.
disadvantage on its attacks, and you have advantage on it, but it is still technically standing up.
Okay.
And here's the thing, we'll say it can't make reactions on you. So neither of these guys can make attacks of opportunity if you would like to move. You will not provoke.
Yeah, I probably want to spin around and look at the shambling noises behind me. And move 1 square. Was that 5 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see the dragonoid skeletons marching their way around the corner, emerging from the darkness. There's a torch on the floor somewhere that's illuminating this hallway. And so you see the back of their skulls faintly being lit up as the flame light licks the walls.
Cool.
Bado,
I smile.
there's a headless zombie in front of you and an electrified zombie, and then another one just behind them.
Who's looking worse?
These two look equally fucked. Neither can make an attack of opportunity on you. This guy's just barely hanging in there, but these two are equally worse. This guy's gotten up twice. This guy's gotten up once.
All right, a whale on the guy right in front of me.
All right, roll that beautiful beam footage.
Rolling beam footage.
Zombies are fun in 5th edition.
Ooh. 18 plus stuff. I assume that hits.
That hits. How much damage do you do? This is where it counts.
And actually, that's 1d6 plus 1. I rolled a 6, so 7 points of damage.
With what's your weapon?
Hand axe, so that's slicing.
What are you slicing at? This guy does not have a head, but is coming at you. Tell me what you're slicing at.
The head's completely removed?
Yep.
It's not hanging on anymore.
Nope.
Arm.
Arm. Left arm, right arm.
Right arm.
You cut that right arm off, but it's still coming at you because it saved its rule.
Son of a bee.
Making it the skeleton's turn. Oops. Let's put this guy right here.
I did not move. Can I go ahead and try to move past
Absolutely. Past
everybody?
That way
Past.
or this way? North or east?
North.
Uh,
Past all 3 of them.
you can only move
that
it.
guy, right?
I don't remember how 5e works. You could get here without provoking because you're not leaving the threat range. This guy can still
with
provoke.
Provoking because I guess this is going to be hard either way.
Do you want to provoke or no?
I will not provoke.
Okay.
But you got that backup range now.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yep. Don't forget about your D4s when attacking, guys.
Are
Holy
each of
light
those
bees
little
upon thee.
squares 5 feet?
Yeah.
That's on the D20 roll.
When you do your damage,
Oh, shit. Okay. I totally forgot about that.
What?
while he's raging, he adds +2 to his damage.
Yeah.
So
And then on top of that, I added the D4 to the damage
No, the D4 is for attacking the roll.
for the D20. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's what. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
Your weapon will give you something to roll plus your strength, and then you add your +2 for raging. Yeah. So these skeletons shamble on up. We're just gonna go ahead and put them into combat, but they cannot attack, so they moved up on you, not attacking. But this guy's gonna fire an arrow.
Come on, shield.
It misses.
Yes.
Oh, that's not a miss noise.
It missed vital organs.
Misses horribly.
ID 10T.
It was supposed to be a disabling
Uh,
shot, but it's a kill shot instead.
Can you tell me what a 15-foot cube is originating from me?
It's 3
spaces?
squares out in all directions from you.
So would that encompass both of them?
Yes. Not Zothok.
But it would encompass.
5, 10, 15. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to hold my turn again and say the same thing I said again. Move away! And then wait until Bado's turn is over.
Zombies. All right. The guy in front of you that you shocked, did something happen to him? I don't remember. He couldn't make reactions, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the headless one's going to swing at you first at disadvantage and miss. The one that you shocked is going to pound at you and also miss. And then the one that has a little more health is going to swing at the cleric Bado. Ooh. I believe that's a hit.
No, it cannot be.
No!
Yep, a 20.
I feel like y'all are possibly deaf from that last spell.
Don't give the DM ideas.
Bado, you took 6 points.
Oh,
I need
my
a
face.
I need a way to track this thing now. But that takes it up to Zothok's turn.
All right, I got 2 skellies in front of me, huh? I can only take one on at a time, I do believe, because I have no area of attacks.
You rage for a minute, which
Yeah.
means 10 rounds. So you've raged for 2 rounds. You got 8 rounds left.
Sorry, I'm reading it. Yeah, so we are just still going to hack and slash with our axe. The one who is straight ahead of me.
All right. So these are skeletons brandishing short swords.
Okay, I am. Do they have eyes?
They do not. They got these guys.
Ugh. All right.
Those are my boys.
I am going to specify I'm aiming for whatever weapon hand it is, or arm at the shoulder.
All right.
Oh
Should have
boy!
specified before.
I rolled a d20 plus this 4 modifier. Oh, that's good. Plus, sorry, I'm adding in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 for the attack. It's a terrible roll.
11 does not hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as bonus action, can I do bonus action of
So
God here? Or is the rage taking that?
So
Oh.
if something says it is a bonus action, you can take it after, in addition to a move and a regular action. So like when you started to rage, that cost a bonus action. I don't know if there's a bonus action you could take right now.
Right. Okay. Good deal.
All good.
So that should be my turn.
Bado. Bado, the cleric, was just hit.
Yes, that hurt a lot.
What would you like to do?
Yeah. I want to see if I can knock this dude, or the dude in front of me who attacked me, prone.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I was just reading the rules for
It's an opposed strength check, I believe.
shoving a creature. It's I make a strength check, but it's contested by either strength or dexterity, whichever they prefer to use.
All right. So what do you roll?
Ooh, wait, athletics is not. Oh, that is there. Okay. Oh,
What'd you roll?
8.
It's an 8, but zombies are not very dexterous, and he rolled a 2. So
Cool.
you are able to push him prone.
Huh?
Right? So the prone means what?
Just something about the zombie laying on his back like that, or prone, or whatever, laying down.
Its only option to move is to crawl unless it stands up. It has disadvantage on attack rolls. An attack against it has advantage unless you're within 5 feet of it. Then you have disadvantage. So you have disadvantage on attacking it right now.
Like, does it get an opportunity attack? Probably does, doesn't it?
For what? If you move away?
Yeah.
Yes, because it can still threaten.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, now
Yes, we can. Okay, that didn't have the effect that I wished then. Ugh.
My internet keeps dropping, just so you guys know if I disconnect.
Word. But its attack would be at disadvantage.
No, its attack would be at advantage.
No, the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Unless I'm within 5 feet.
No. An attack roll against it has advantage unless you're within 5 feet. Its attack roll on you has disadvantage.
Oh.
So it did something. So you could move.
We'll move to the north placard to the right, or the sigil lift.
Ooh, it's a good thing you rolled disadvantage. You're gonna go to the north sigil?
Yep.
Alrighty. You pushed him as your action. You moved there, so unless you have a
I
bonus
cannot
action,
do anything. I do not have a bonus
it's
action.
gonna be 10T's turn.
So what happens if I waited for his turn to end before I took my last turn, and then all of a sudden it's my turn again? Do I take 2 turns?
No, you just... So, you held your turn until now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's your turn. If you don't do anything, you would have just wasted a turn.
I guess I just wasted last turn, basically.
I mean, if you're doing something now...
Well, that's the thing, is I was saying that I held my turn until after he
What are you
finished
trying
his.
to do?
Well, it's basically the same thing. I was going to cast the same spell again,
The
but I had to
Thunderbolt?
wait for him to get out of the range. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can cast it.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll cast it then. It's
Yeah.
fine if I use it once on if it's just one turn, so it's fine. So I'm going to retract again
Okay.
and say, same thing. Basically, stop resisting. Step back or be annihilated.
I want to know what you
And,
did in a previous life.
And so I shake and then cast Thunderwave again.
This one
They-
right here, like you say, I wonder what they did in the previous life, and he was like, "Oh, I had a beautiful long life. We fished down on the river, the cherry blossoms, and
He's just staring up at the ceiling. It's just his glassy little eyes.
Martha, are you there, Martha? I'm coming home, dear. It's been 8,000 years." Brrr. As a thunder wave slowly wipes him out of existence.
Well, he has to succeed the con save.
He rolled a 3.
Oh, well. What are the others?
One was a 12, and that is a straight 1.
Alright, so they all take it then.
What's the damage? It's like a D8.
14 for one. 8 for another. And 12 for another.
You extinguish all of their lights. The glyphs go off. Bado, as you've gotten up to it, another thunder wave cracks behind you, and the glyph extinguishes.
Okay.
Excelsior. Okay. And
You have a move. You see your barbarian swarming with skeletons now. Dragonoid skeletons.
yeah, I'll turn and move towards him to help him out.
That's a thick boy.
How far can I go, though?
That was 20. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
And so you are base to base with this skeleton now. Cool.
All right. That's yeah, yeah. Okay.
Skeleton fires an arrow off at Zothok again and misses critically.
Me in the eye.
The shambling skeleton warriors in front of each of you
If
swing their
that were-
ancient. What?
If it was me and I crit and missed, it would bounce back and hit me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. ID 10T, a 7 misses,
Yes.
but Zothok, a 17 is exactly what needs to hit.
Unfortunately, yeah.
You take 3 points of damage.
Oh, babe.
What are you at?
5.
All right. Making it your turn, Zothok.
Which one just hit me?
The one
arrow?
right in
The-
front.
the-
Oh, arrow missed.
Your arrow missed. Guy in
The
front of
one
me
right-
hit.
yeah.
Okay. Same thing, buddy. Axe to that arm with the old sword or whatnot.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
16 plus 3, 19, 20. 21, yeah, so.
That hits.
All right. And then we are going to, it would have been more if I rolled the d4 on top of it. So we roll our d6. It's 5 plus my 2 for raging, so that's 7. 7 damage.
You take a good chunk out of the skeleton. But it remains active and in combat. Damn.
That should be it.
Bado. You now stand in this empty room. The glyphs no longer illuminated. You see the teleportation pad and then the shrine to dragons with all the gold.
Yep, not fucking with that. I'm going to move towards the action and heal myself. Using my heals.
Alrighty, you can roll that on your turn if you're not going to do anything else. I trust you.
I already rolled it. I got all my health back.
10T. You saw your barbarian friend next to you take some damage from the skeleton warrior.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. So the hatch is gonna open again in the prong.
Okay.
Come back out. I feel as if this will be less effective, but have at you, Kerr. And I will shocking grasp the one in front of me.
Alright. Is it a
So-
save or a DC? Or
I
a
think
attack?
it's a melee attack.
I think you are right.
Second looking right now. Touch. So make a melee spell attack.
You make a melee spell attack.
Yeah,
You're
no,
try-
no. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna be a 13,
13 hits.
and that's
So
a 1d8.
your things reach out and like grab its
Ooh.
ulna and radius.
And that's gonna be a big one.
1 damage? You don't add anything to it?
Big ol' 1 damage. Nope.
Big
but-
ol'-
Does make him a little less loosey goosey.
Alright, 1 damage.
And then I'm going to use my move
Uh-huh.
to move around him.
Alrighty.
So down, and then to the right 2 paces, right next to the cauldron.
There.
Not all the way around, just north towards the.
Oh, are you
down one.
watching on the stream?
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's alright.
I've got both of them up, so. Yep, that's good for me.
Alright. That's the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
Alright. So, the skeleton archer It's gonna fire off at ID 10T because he's the newer target.
Finally, not me.
21.
Oh, yeah, I'd say that would hit.
3 points of damage.
All right. So that's gonna hit me. I'm looking, kind of like starting to go, sparking a little bit now.
The skeleton on you swings with a 10, and 10
Okay.
misses. Zothok, the one next to you, swings, and 6, 9 misses.
Misses. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Top of the order, Zothok.
Zothok swings back his axe at that same skeleton. 20. Where'd my page go? Sorry. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Ooh.
Let's see here. 16 plus 3 plus 2? 19 plus the D. Is the D4 still active?
To hit or the damage?
No. Sorry, the D4 for the blessing thing. Is that still a thing? So that'll put me at 20.
Bado?
Anyway.
20? Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, okay. So that's 20 for...
Yeah, you hit. Let's do some damage.
Damage, D6 is... I rolled a 6 plus 2, so 8.
8 damage?
8 damage, melee. Slash, right?
It is very looking worse for the wear. You hacked at it, and chunks of it started falling apart, and it's just barely kind of holding itself together standing in front of you.
Why won't it die? Again. Alright, that should be my turn.
Me?
Bado, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to move up to engage, but I don't think I quite make it. And I switch to my mace for bludgeoning damage, which I think is good.
Your clerical instincts serve you right. ID 10T.
I will start my little lights flash, and I say recalculating, and my hatch opens up, and a spout sticks out, and I say, "Eat this, dead organic scum," and I shoot a firebolt at the skeleton archer.
Alrighty.
Go ahead and shoot at him since he's far away. Oh, sorry. Let me tell you what firebolt does.
Yeah, tell me. Oh, that was almost on screen.
You hurl a mote of fire at a creature or object within range.
Just a moat?
Just a little mote. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 fire damage. A flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried. I don't think he's an object, though. So it's just going to go ahead and hit him if I make the attack.
Make that attack.
Oh, okay. Well,
What'd you roll?
rolled a 1.
A 1?
Oof.
Rolled a 1.
What is
Plus the D4.
Well, do we get a critical fail, or are we gonna ignore that?
I don't remember reading the rules about critical fails, to be honest. But we'll say because you had a bless on it.
Okay. Yeah. So I fire, and because I am so shaky, it misses and bounces down the corridor behind it.
Yeah. All right, their turn, huh?
Yes.
You see this skeleton press itself up against a wall. Zothok, you can make an attack of opportunity on it, as it looks like it is trying to leave your threat range. So
Yeah,
you get to
absolutely.
use a bonus reaction or a reaction to make an attack on it.
Yes, attack axe. Rolling 20, 17 plus 2, was 21-ish. Right?
That hits. Roll some damage.
Damage rolling. I rolled a 6 and plus 2, so 8. Yeah.
So your 8, you swing at this skeleton with your axe and you dismember all the sinewy connections on it.
Yes. He's
This
good.
guy next to it moves in the direction he was moving. You've burned your reaction for the turn, so you are unable to swing as this skeleton trudges through that action, presses himself against the wall, and the wall flips
Oh, nice.
with a secret passage, and he is on the other side. This archer fires another arrow at Zothok. 3 plus 7's gonna miss, and it backs off. Zothok.
Are we?
We're gonna stay on initiative order because
Yeah, okay.
the threat is still there. You just cannot see.
Can I perceive that wall that flipped? Or how
Sure, absolutely.
Let's chase him. Can I try to open it? D20 or?
So now that you've seen where the secret door is, you are able to do it.
I'm gonna do it.
All right, so you push through it.
Secret V.
That guy's 15, 20 years away. 15.
Yeah, but you feel a pulse of dark energy as you pass through and take 2 points of necrotic damage
Oh no.
for traversing the ghoul's secret passage.
I am at 3 health.
And you stand facing him. You can move up to him if you'd like.
I could technically throw my. Could I throw my spear this action?
Sure, you can drop your axe, draw and throw your spear. Or your
Yeah,
javelin, I mean.
Javelin, yeah. Let's go ahead and throw that guy. Let's find the equipment so I can get everything proper. Javelin is 20-year-old. Oh boy. 5 plus 5, 10. Is the. Oh, and then the d4 still. Sorry. 12.
12 to hit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me on advantage. He's surprised that you found the door. Roll me another d20 and take the higher of the two.
Oh yeah. So this one I rolled a 17 plus 5, so we're 20.
All right, you'll hit on this one.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
I only get a 3. 3 damage.
3's enough because he was at 1.
Oh, cool.
So you throw your javelin and he scatters in a bunch of Lego pieces.
Yes. Still talk like.
But now you are alone in this dark, empty room as you hear bones shuffling from around that corner.
Oh no.
Making it Bado's turn as you saw your barbarian friend.
It's super dark, right?
Yeah.
So I just see his dim. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Bado, what's up?
Shit. Should have picked up my torch on the way over here. There's this one dude still in front of me down?
Yeah, he's down. I just left him there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What would you like to? I mean, I'll take him away if you want. Gone.
Is everyone okay?
Your friend disappeared, and you know there's an archer, and there was another skeleton in here.
Oh, the door didn't stay open.
No, it Indiana Jones Last Crusade.
All right.
rotate it. Sorry. What would you like to do?
How is ID10T?
What happened with Bado?
It's his turn. The cleric is sizing you up.
I am kind of wobbly, and you hear me mumbling something about a chair.
It's gonna be okay. You're just doing worse for wear, I assume.
Right,
I would try to.
We're not out of combat, but
Yeah, you're still on initiative.
You are?
Yep.
that's why. Yeah, I was waiting for.
There's a ranger in here. There's an archer in here still, and then as far as you know, the guy with the sword with Zothok were the last ones left.
Went through a wall.
I would feel at the wall where Zothok went through if I saw that.
You see, there's a secret passage there.
Yeah.
You want to take it?
Yep.
All right. You pass through. You take 2 points necrotic damage. Zothok, the passage rotates behind you as your Loxodon cleric passes through with 15 squares left of movement.
I have 2.
You hear the sound of shuffling from back here, Bado.
I would try to pass Zothok and look around the corner.
All right, you get to hear. You see just around the corner that skeleton archer as it was making its way back.
Is it like moving quickly, or is it like a reset type of thing?
It was coming back around to make use of the door.
Oh, is it coming towards us?
Yeah, he snuck back this way. Yeah.
Right. I would retreat around the corner and wait for him to move towards the stairs from where I am, so I'm no longer in eye shot, and will remain out of sight until he's as close as he can be.
Okay.
And can you hold actions in Pit Bed?
So you specify a trigger, yeah. But well, yeah. So I've got you out of line of sight, ready for when it comes around the corner.
Comes around the corner. I rush at him, or when he comes around the corner, I'll rush at him and beat him.
You got no more move left, bud. You still want to hold?
I guess I will actually prepare to dodge. Then.
All right, sounds good. ID10T, the cleric came around and asked how you were doing. You sparked, and then he ducked behind the hidden passage in the wall and left you in the dark again.
I'm going to look at the hidden passage and say nope, and turn in the nearest direction that I think is towards the exit and start rolling.
Roll me a D8.
All right.
You don't know about the
gonna
damage.
Be a 1.
See, there's a wall right here on your right.
All right. Do I get to keep going until I
mean, you picked a direction, so that's the wall you grabbed.
Oh, okay.
You said, well, I mean, do you have dark vision?
No, I do not. No, that's totally fine. I thought like I was gonna stop and then pick again, but
guys,
if I hit the wall and then follow it, that's fine too.
Guys. Johnny 5 is
GPS signal lost.
I'm like a Roomba.
Just keep turning left, bud.
Skeleton Archer shambles around the corner and lights up as much as a skeleton archer can because it's found prey in its tomb. These are the good times, you know. One day we're gonna miss this. It fires an arrow at Bado and misses completely. Making it Zothok's turn.
I assume I picked back up my
Yeah.
spear-like thingy, because I'm right on his body. Or same action. I pick it up, toss it at the guy, rolling a d20. 8 plus 5, 13? 13 for the attack.
13 hits.
13 hits plus 7 damage.
That is enough to take the archer down.
Yeah, that's 3.
The archers do not reanimate like the zombies. So you feel with the taking down of that safe enough to no longer be on combat initiative.
Cool.
So ID10T still wanders.
I'm gonna follow the wall.
You gotta keep turning left, bud.
Is there any objects that I might run into on the wall?
Well, their torches are over there, right? We dropped one.
Oh yeah. I don't remember where you guys dropped the torch, but I suppose there was a torch over
I
here
guess
somewhere.
mine
Yeah, but
kinda
I did
dropped
do
right
a-
in the beginning.
Well, I don't know if the thunder wave would knock those out or not.
Yeah, let's say it
that's
did. Let's
true.
say it extinguished them.
Oh no.
Yeah,
so
so I'll just follow the wall and just keep going along it until
you
I
don't
hit
notice the
Got
glyphs of the teleportation.
something. No,
God.
not unless they're like specifically glowing or anything. Guys? Guys,
Can we hear it? Can we hear him? Let's go. I'm gonna. Can I hear him?
Yeah, I feel
Uh,
like we would shout out to him and be
Yeah,
like,
you can hear him.
Guys.
But so
"Hey, bud, didn't realize you were like blind and shit."
Unicron and I worked at that dark haunt. So
Yeah,
that is
walk
always that has always informed how I see dark vision. It is a lot harder than you guys think. But
I should have some matches on me still.
so
Tender.
ID10T, you are going around a corner and then you feel your wheels hit stacks of something.
okay.
As you kind of go in, you
Go.
feel like you're driving over stuff, through stuff. Lots
I'm
of
gonna go ahead and well, when I hit something, I'm gonna stop and then I will investigate it. I'm gonna investigate the heck out of that.
Guys,
so-
is that you?
We'll say it this
you
time.
feel like gold coins.
As you're-
Gold coins now.
As you're investigating, light starts to appear around the corner and illuminate the room again. So you are in the alcove with all of the coins at your feet. As you're investigating,
I picked up my torch. Relit.
they seem to be worthless fake coin with an eye emblazoned on all of them.
Probably not good.
Is bad.
Yes, it's bad.
Can I do a history check? See what that symbol might mean.
Sure.
I fail.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. That's gonna be a 12.
You try to access some part of your database, and it seems that information is corrupted.
Okay.
Not so
I
much that you
cannot
don't
identify
know it.
this
Yeah.
currency.
What everybody else like to do?
I rolled, but I rolled a negative 3, so for investigation. I see nothing.
Bado?
Da, 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 da.
I guess I want to go over to where I saw those guys teleport earlier.
Okay.
And I'll roll to investigate that. Good God. 4 plus 8.
So 12?
No, 8 total. So.
8 total. There's nothing with your half-orc barbarian knowledge that you're able to decipher from the glyphs on the floor.
Can I do that?
Sure. Move it, dum dum.
I wouldn't be so what's the word? Sure of myself.
Yeah. All right, roll that investigation
Da, 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 da.
or knowledge or whatever.
It's gonna be a knowledge arcana, but it's just a flat 10. Boring.
Teleportation circles linked to a similar circle elsewhere, and strong magic is needed to make use of the circles. And as with the motif of everything else here, it is draconic. But yeah.
Is it possible to disable them by breaking them, like the glyphs?
That look that up in the book. If there's a way to do it, which there entirely may be, then I'm down for it. I don't have the answer on the. I would assume you can.
Like glyphs or anything, or
Well,
teleport?
I'd like to do a knowledge arcana on the glyphs. They're glyphs on the wall, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a knowledge arcana on one of those.
Roll it.
Roll in. It's a 13.
So this seems like an area where somebody's playing with some sort of necromantic magic, and you're a wizard, right? That's your class.
Yes.
Signs point to a Dracolich. Do you know what a Dracolich is?
Yes, somewhat.
No.
Yes.
So you're
Well,
not.
I don't. My character doesn't particularly.
Well,
know.
so in magic, right? You're like, okay, well, there's somebody's trying to bring necromantic magic, and there's dragon motif. So like, generally, this points to people trying to raise a dragon lich, like a dragon sorcerer from the dead. You're not sure if it's an ancient dragon wizard or what. You just know this is a thing that you've heard of, and that's kind of where the signs point to. Does that answer your question?
Yes. I would like to confirm that Zothok still has that jar in his backpack.
So as you go to leave, you realize there's an arcane wall of force here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That
Guys!
you see the Warforged water basin trying to leave, and it keeps Roombaing against nothing.
Why can't you see?
You're able
Yeah,
to identify there's an arcane trap here that was part of the combat earlier that is no longer a threat because nobody's coming at you with weapons.
I'll go ahead and cast a fire thing at the glyph to attempt to... Actually, I'm not going to cast a spell. I'll just try and beat it with my hands.
All right.
Try and break it. So it's going to take a while, but
Just
I'm
roll
gonna...
me damage.
All right. 6.
6 is enough. You punch through it and it dissipates arcanally.
Never mind, guys.
So you feel like you've seen everything there is to see in this chamber.
Yeah, and so I was I'll take 1 coin, pop that inside of me, and like I said, I want to confirm with that Zothok is still carrying that jar.
Zothok is still carrying that jar.
Still carrying that jar. It's in my backpack.
All right, it's not broken or anything. It's not like
That I know
oozing
of.
out the backpack. All right, and then
Would-
if that's the case, I would like to say, let us leave this place and start moving towards the alchemy chamber.
Is anybody going to do anything else? YD10.
I did look it up, and I can at least make it more difficult to come back here by disrupting the circle. First, I would try to record the circle. Do I have anything in which to record? If
You got a recording droid with you. I imagine he...
all right, get him to record the glyph on the floor, and then I will hack it apart.
So I'll come back once he calls me back and take a picture of the The glyphs
Makes
on
the
the floor.
Polaroid noise.
Yeah, like little parchment photo comes out of me. I mean, we're not doing a court case here, but
Bow,
yeah,
bow, now, bow, bow, bow.
I love them.
All right, so you record the glyphs and intricacies of this teleportation circle, and then Bado the cleric uses his divine magic to wipe parts of it. I imagine it's like in Supernatural, or if you can break some of the seals, it is less effective.
Yeah, it makes it sound like the
crystal gems.
Permanent teleportation circle whose sigil sequence you know. So I would
we're like
fuck up the sigil sequence.
guys, we're like detectives.
Jinky.
We're like detectives.
Yeah.
Caveman time cop.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Also grab the letter on the table.
Alrighty.
I think we
as-
should take the little canister of reagent with us.
Well, I was going to say, how heavy is that cauldron?
It's pretty heavy.
Is there anything like a barrel or a container we can strap onto me and carry some of it away with us?
If you have vials, you can carry some of the liquid.
Empty out a,
There's an
a
empty
water
vial.
skin.
Yeah, but you can't
I'm
strap
just
the whole thing
curious.
on there.
I'm just curious how. Like, I would like to carry a substantial amount, at least as much as in the jar that Sothak has.
You can carry an equal amount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that with us as well, as evidence.
Alrighty.
Oh, and
And
one
as-
more thing.
Sit in that throne.
I want to inspect the chair.
Alright.
Roll an investigation on it.
Let's see. So you're not in a time crunch right now, so we're just gonna assume you do what's called taking a 20, which means you
Okay,
have enough time
sounds
to
fine.
roll until you hit a 20. You notice a hinged panel in the bottom of the throne. Now I need you to make me a perception check.
Wait, is this just a magic trick?
It's going to be a
I mean,
16.
illusion?
So you notice there's a hinge panel on the bottom of the throne, but it seems to be trapped. You will have to disable the trap, or
I'm gonna let the others know. There is a trapped secret compartment.
What would that use to try to take it apart
if
or
you have
disable?
a set of thieves' tools.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Nope.
thieves' tools is the way to get into here.
Yeah, no.
All good?
What about sheer force?
Unfortunate, but we could. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you just like I'm telling you now, but my robot's gonna tell you it's like we could try and trip the trap, but it might destroy the contents.
Like that.
Trip,
Yes.
trip the trap.
Trip the trap.
Can we take it with us?
It's a part of the throne. It's built in.
Right.
Can we take the throne with us?
So let's do this. Let's just say it's right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a compartment at the bottom of the, like, where your calves rest up against. It's a pretty hefty. It's a pretty
I guess
hefty,
you-
like, sliding door.
Look, I'm gonna say this is bad.
It's bad.
It's potentially good.
What would you like to do?
Chair that has secret compartment, add legs when sitting. Not good.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Do you
I go
wanna-
find one of the corpses and put it in the chair.
I'm gonna back off when he does that.
You put one of the zombie corpses onto
Yeah,
the
one of the
throne,
meteor ones. Yep.
and nothing
The
happens.
meteor ones. Is it? Can we find? Does it have Arcana? Like magic? Oh fuck! I failed that.
You don't have any detect
The
magic.
Warforged, it looked like a mechanical trap to the Warforged.
Okay. Not
It's good old fashioned
mechanical, not
ingenuity.
triggered by magic.
Yeah. So it's a hefty thing. So it's like if you want to open it, you're basically gonna have to be in front of it to open it. So you feel like if you can't disable it, the only way to really open it, you have to be prepared for what's there.
Yeah.
Zothog puts his finger on his nose.
I put my finger on my nose. Or really bring my nose to my finger.
ID Tenty, they're making their.
Why are you touching your noses?
No go. Nose no go.
Yeah. Let's make
You
a
go.
call so
Very
we can
well.
so we can get going.
ID 10, open it up.
Are you opening it up, ID 10?
Is he commanding me to open it up?
Hey, I don't think they're commanding.
We're not commanding.
Well-
we're just
well,
using friendly peer
Did
pressure.
did you tell me to open it up?
Yes,
You did tell me to open it up.
I did.
All right. The second you said that, like literally the split second you said open it up, after you finished, I said very well. I turn and I immediately open it up.
Make me a Constitution saving throw as poison darts fire out.
Oh, nice.
Poison
Nice.
darts. He's a mechanical.
Still like horse.
So I have advantage against poison.
Okay.
I should hope so.
What is advantage
Does that
against?
include the advantage against the damage that the darts do?
It says
though?
you have advantage against poison.
Yes. As a
Poison
Warforged.
saving throws.
Yes.
Oh, so that
It
means
just-
you'll
it
take.
said advantage against poison.
So make a saving throw at advantage.
Yes.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw at
Imagine.
advantage. Yeah.
What is my con? +2. Is a D20, right?
Yeah.
19.
All right, you succeed. So the darts fire out and hit you, and then you see the poison inside dribble out as the needles are unable to pierce your arcane shell. Inside the
Alright.
compartment is a small tourmaline gem worth 50 gold and a scroll of comprehend languages.
Ooh.
I do
Fancy.
not comprehend these. And
Uh,
I turn and hand them to y'all, to the others.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do that.
And with
Common
that,
orc.
you feel satisfied that you have successfully explored this crypt.
Yep.
So you
Head
make,
back in triumph.
yeah, Brother Keefe looks excited to see that you're all well. I imagine you kind of inform him of what's going on, and he seems understanding. He explains to you he will stay in contact with Barris and report this to the other brothers in the cemetery. He appreciates you and offers you the only thing he can offer you, a scroll of where did it go? Protection from good and evil.
Oh, that's nice.
And he says, thank you for your help. May this protect you in future times when all of the light has gone out.
The wizard's the
what?
only one who can use those, right?
Oh, when the light goes out, I will wander, because I cannot see in the dark.
Right.
So you make your way back to the AXE+ARCANA.
Each
Time
gets
for beer.
1666.
Is
16 gold.
anyone keeping track of those items that we had collected though?
I had added the gold before, but I haven't done this stuff. No.
Well, we're gonna get the money from Barris, but we also have this thing that we can sell for 50 GP.
What was the color of that liquid that was in the cauldron?
The cauldron was red. The liquid
Okay.
Zothar grabbed as blue.
Yeah, so that's all I have. I don't know what y'all picked up because I gave y'all the like you said, the gem, the tourmaline. Is
So we
that
can,
what it is?
since we're still on the adventure, I can still go through stuff if you need me to.
Yeah.
You guys got 100 at the beginning from Barris.
At the beginning, he pays us in advance.
Well,
Wow,
you're his
trusting
employees,
guy.
yeah. You found that small gem worth 50 gold.
Yep.
You got a scroll of comprehend language and a scroll of protection from evil and good.
You can use those. Is it only the wizard?
I don't think only me.
Where am I?
Everybody can add 50 gold to their monies.
Remember, you're holding on to mine, by the way.
Mm.
But my ID 10T would go up to you and say, would we have funds to purchase some armor for the future endeavors?
You're asking Bado because he's holding your money?
Yeah. Yes.
I imagine Bado would dole you out whatever cash.
Yep.
What? That's up to Bado.
Yeah.
Is this just a trick so you don't have to keep track of your equipment?
No, I mean I could if you want me to.
No, it's
to
fine.
keep
I
track of
don't.
it.
As long as he
Yeah,
doesn't.
If you want to do that, I'm gonna
I
count
see
it.
it as go ahead.
Because you can trust the cleric not to steal it.
Well, no, I don't care who was holding on to it
Sure.
technically. I just don't see my character as being
It's
something
roleplay.
that like cares about money, at least yet.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So he may in the future develop something, but
What's up, Zothok?
So we're back at the tavern.
Unless you had anything else you wanted to take care of, that was going to be.
Was there any loot on the bodies? Weapons? Bullshit?
It was all pretty rugged, ragged stuff. Nothing
Nah.
worth looting. But yeah, you would come back to the Axe and Arcana. Did you have something else, Zothok, you wanted to do?
Well, I heard my favorite band, the Ghostly Boys with Tangent Newton, was playing
Oh, yeah?
tonight, so I wanted to go do that.
You'll have time to make that show after.
Good deal.
Yeah. You get an start the next game with an inspiration die.
Hell yeah.
Just remind me next time.
Okay.
Oh man. All right. So you guys make your way back to the Axe and Arcana, and you explain to Barris kind of what went down. You don't have to recap it if you don't want.
can we? I'm gonna give him the coin and the jar of red liquid.
Blue liquid.
No, I pulled one with red.
You
Remember,
had
I
the
filled
blue
up
one,
from the cauldron.
Zothok. He grabbed a red one.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said you grabbed it from me earlier. Okay.
Oh no, not yet. Or not.
He
not-
put him.
not
He
yet.
stored him in the same chamber.
Oh, no. Yeah, but different glasses. Yeah, I thought I had heard you say you took it out of my backpack. My bad. Okay.
No, I was just checking to see if you still had it.
Oh, okay.
Barris looks way more intrigued at the coin than the liquid. Like he almost turns pasty white, like he's seen a ghost when he sees the coin.
Is bad.
He looks up at you. He looks at the coin. He looks up at you. He looks at the coin. He looks up at you and says, "Is bad." And he
Yes.
quietly removes himself and heads up to his quarters.
Cue the credits, boy.
Does he? Yeah, it like cuts off to the black screen with the white credits.
And
Does he take the jars?
no, he's not interested. Like,
Okay, well then I would like to take the jar and ask Zothok if I can take the other jar as well.
Yeah. Yes, I will. I will slowly hand it to you and give you a little eye raise, like you know.
About the letter
uh-huh.
and dragon, what's his face?
He looked at all that with interest.
Less interest once
Less
he got
interest,
to...
but once he got to the coin, yeah, it was like
Shit.
that's what it was about. And literally, while you guys are talking all that stuff, it's kind of like the camera sees Barris walking with the coin up the stairs as you guys talking kind of fades in the distance as he walks off.
Mhm.
And that is where we will
Rude,
leave
rude, rude.
your second game, the 4th episode of Axe and Arcana, Dungeons and Dragons. So thank you guys for playing. I had fun.
Thank you.
We're gonna wrap up the stream.
Yeah, thanks for running.
You don't have to get off yet, but we're gonna end the stream now.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming by. We're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. And then don't forget Thursday nights at 8 p.m. we play Rocket League with the Volcano Gaming Club. Until tomorrow, thanks for coming by the internet broadcast system. Bye-bye.
Y'all know you can't stop us, 'cause we are warriors. Y'all know you can't stop us, 'cause we are warriors. Y'all know you can't stop us, 'cause we are warriors. Y'all know you can't stop us, 'cause we are warriors.
Stop and think about the things you do, the things you say, 'cause we gon' bring it to you each and every day. Don't play around, clown, we'll put you down. The warriors are here, we came to chase the haters away. We throw down for our brothers, down for our mothers and their sons and daughters to fight for freedom and peace. We'll have you tied out like a phone line, 'cause we always on the grind. You got beef, why don't we take it to the streets? When you hear the all call, you're gonna fall. Like reservoir dogs, have you run like babies on the crawl? Or have you tied up with the